Nostalgia. Nostalgia has a lot of different meanings, but according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, it is a wistful or excessively sentimental yearning for return to or of some past period or irrecoverable condition. In 2009, Jason Derulo's only song ever, What'd You Say?, was number one in the United States. 2009 was the same year America would see its first African-American president, Barack Obama. On the 10th of November, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was released, and the overall reception of the game was okay at best. I was 11 years old, and I remember running off the school bus every afternoon to boot up Modern Warfare 2 and listen to the iconic Hans Zimmer soundtrack.
It's the FNG, sir.
Then, every day like clockwork, we'd play Search and Destroy, Domination, or even just Quick Scope with the boys on Rust, one of the best maps ever created in video game history, I might add. Let's fast forward to 2023. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 also releases on November 10th.
We need an army.
Gotta get it an army.
But not exactly to the same reception its predecessor had. But how could this have happened? Is it because the game was optimized like shit? Nah. Call of Duty's always run well, to some extent. Is it because people are tired of Call of Duty? Impossible, these numbers would argue. Or, now hear me out, is it because we are blinded by nostalgia and cannot appreciate the games in front of us today because of what we were given yesterday? And that's what we're going to be discussing in this video, because I am the best glazer of childhood video games known to man. Just a little disclaimer, I have no idea what I'm talking about, and this video is for fun, I promise. Before we go any further, I want to give my take on nostalgia, because I think it affects every person differently. In the topic of video games, some people may be brought back to their early childhood or adulthood when you bring up specific games such as Crash Bandicoot, Need for Speed, Resident Evil, and so on. For me personally, the games that I can associate the dreaded N-word with has to be Overwatch, Fallout New Vegas, Call of Duty, and of course, Halo.
Wait! The Arbiter's with us!
Come on now. Got enough to worry about without you two trying to kill each other.
Were it so easy.
All of these games trigger a memory, set of memories, or set of emotions that I can identify with. For example, when I think of New Vegas, I think of amazing world building and being able to go anywhere on the map I want to, interact with pretty much anyone in the game, and that brings a sense of purpose in that world. Then you got the early Call of Duty campaigns, always had me on the edge of my seat, adrenaline pumping, Mountain Dew and Hot Pockets racing through my veins, trying to stop Makarov or Dragovich, Menendez, whoever the fuck, from destroying the world and shit. The original Overwatch had so many fun moments in that game, I don't even know where to begin. But when you land that 6-man diva bomb, it's a dopamine hit you'll never forget. And of course, we have Halo's storytelling. It forced you to pay attention if you wanted to know what was going on, but you could play the games without reading the books or any other shit. And what's this? Wait, for Halo Infinite, you have to play the Halo Wars games? Oh god. Okay, so why did I enjoy those games so much more than their follow-up games years later? Usually, as time goes on, products improve and people are generally happier with the new product. Not always the case though. While there are a million different reasons why some older video games are better than new ones, I can only cover a few. For the ones mentioned before, Halo, Call of Duty, Fallout, and Overwatch, it comes down to two key points: optimization and gameplay. Jumping right into the OG Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from 2009, it sold all those copies not because it was optimized well or because the battle pass was good. No. The game sold because it was fucking fun to play. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I play this game every single day, but every now and then I'll give it a download and play it. More recently, I went through and played a few of the Spec Ops missions until my internet shit the bed, and this game was so fucking fun. It blows my mind that the new Call of Duties don't have anything similar other than zombies, and that's a totally different subject for another day. Now, I've had some fun moments since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, but they're so few and far between, it's kind of hard to even give it a mention here. The games back then were just made with care and genuinely fun. I've seen so many arguments on YouTube or even Twitter, sometimes Reddit, of, oh, it's because we are older and have responsibilities and have to pay our debt to society, blah, blah, blah. I disagree with those statements, but I can also see where that logic is coming from. In my adult years, I played just as many, if not more, video games than I did as a kid. Within the past 3 months, Marvel Rivals has totally sucked me out of my social life, which is hilarious because I can't even get out of gold without ripping my hair out. In 2004, I was 6 years old. In my house, we had a PlayStation until the 360 came out, so if I wanted to play anything on Xbox, I had to go to a buddy's house. In that buddy's house, we had countless hours of playing Halo 2 in a dark basement with nothing but high fructose corn syrup keeping us up, trying to beat Halo 2 on Legendary. Halo 3 released 3 years later and it was just as amazing, but it wasn't until Halo Reach released in 2010 when my brain started forming meaningful memories. The Forge went crazy. It went stupid. It went can't say that. Just know it was a lot of fun. This was an era of gaming where each new installment of a game meant features are added, not removed. And if they were removed, it was for a very good point. Firefight, assassinations, and playable elites are all features in Bungie's Halo Reach, but nowhere present in 343's Halo Infinite. The limitation of technology with the Xbox 360 meant that players and developers had to get real creative with it. And man, they did. If you boot up Halo Reach on the Master Chief Collection today, you will see new Forge maps and modes. Now let's fast forward to 2021. Halo Infinite is released. The new platform of Halo for the next 10 years is here, and it's ready to deliver. Let's see what 11-year difference in video games has to offer. Looks good, right? Which of these games look more exciting or more enticing to play to you?
What?
If you answered Halo Reach, good for you, but you could be blinded by nostalgia, or you could appreciate good gameplay and amazing dialogue. If you said Halo Infinite, you loved the Master Chief so much more than your mother, or you couldn't stand the armor lock ability. Each Halo released prior to Reach had an identity and a certain vibe to it, whereas I really don't have any idea what Halo Infinite is trying to be. I mean, you can see a huge difference in art design and storytelling just by the loading screens and the first missions of each game. One is an epic, linear, shell-shocking, and guided story mode, whereas the other is a more open-ended and doesn't have that ability to have those big, epic, cinematic pieces. And sometimes that works for people, but judging by the reviews here, not a lot of people do. Now, when it comes to Fallout, I'm sure I will be sent a bunch of death threats for what I'm about to say, but honestly, Fallout 4 is more fun than New Vegas. Now, let me explain. I have my reasoning. Fallout New Vegas was released in 2010 by game developer Obsidian Entertainment, which I'm sure everyone knows. They were given less than 2 years to develop the game, and it still stands as the best Fallout RPG in my opinion. In defense of my treasonous statement, I couldn't get Fallout 1 or 2 to work on my computer. To be fair, I only tried for a couple minutes, but I still couldn't get it working. Moving on, Fallout 4 was released nearly 10 years ago at the time of this recording in November of 2015, with Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege releasing the same year. At the time of this recording on Steam, I have played more hours on Fallout 4 than I have New Vegas. Why is that? Fallout New Vegas has amazing storytelling, beautiful environments, great dialogue, skill checks, and my favorite DLC, lonesome road. But I've played more hours on Fallout 4 simply because of the gameplay and somewhat better optimization. Now I know your torches are lit and pitchforks are sharpened, so let me explain myself. The Fallout 4 story is not impressive in the slightest, and a lot of the choices in that story are pretty linear. But the mod support, the gunplay, and the overall vibe of the game goes incredibly hard. Compare that to Fallout New Vegas crashing every 5 minutes, and it's pretty easy to see why I have more playtime on that game. Now, I know New Vegas has its fair share of mods too that can optimize a game to a playable state, but even for a 2010 game, the dying Gamebryo engine was still struggling to keep up. Getting New Vegas to work with more than 10 mods at a time can become a full-time job, and that leads to my final point. Now, with the price of video games and their hardware climbing at a steady rate, it makes it more and more difficult every year to spend money on a game you just simply might not have fun with. I've bought Fallout 4 and New Vegas for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and the PC. But you know why I'm okay with buying the same game multiple times rather than buying the new slop that is shoveled in front of us? It's because I know I will get the value for what I'm paying for and enjoy the time spent there, even if I end up with the same stealth sniper build for the 100th time. And obviously I can't speak for everyone, but when I spend $60 to $70 on a video game, I want to make sure I can get roughly $60 to $70 worth of enjoyment. And newer titles just can't do that for me. I can still go back and play Titanfall 2 and have a blast on that game. And I'm almost positive I got that game on a Steam sale for $4. Optimized, fun, and extraordinary video games are still out there. They may be harder to find, but they are there. You have Helldivers 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Tiny Tina Wonderlands, Repo. Cyberpunk 2077 is a bit of an outlier because of its not so amazing launch, but that also goes to show that video games can still be awesome and that companies still give a damn about their games. It's for that reason in itself that Cyberpunk has become one of my favorite video games I have ever played. So at the beginning of this video, I wanted to defend nostalgia in video games, but I don't think that is the right word to use in this situation. Sure, there are some that are going to be blinded by nostalgia, but at the end of the day, we just want good video games. And that's what kind of prompted me to make this video. I spend a lot of my time watching the homie stream a game on Discord or end up playing the same games I always have, not because my computer can't run it, but I don't see a lot of games as worth my time. The great Confucius said, "Time is money, and we ain't got a lot of it," or something like that. Whether you're working 40 to 50 hour work weeks or chilling everyday coasting with no responsibilities, your time on this earth is valuable. So, no, I don't think I am blinded by nostalgia because I can appreciate the games in front of us today and from yesterday. Thank you for your time and listening to me rant nonsense for the past however long this video ends up being. If you like this type of content, please let me know down in the comments. If you don't like this kind of content or I think I have no idea what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments.